Greetings everyone. This is our land registry product using blockchain. As you can see here, all the transaction records are related to land registry are stored on the private blockchain server. Whenever a party agrees to buy a land, the details are uploaded on the blockchain and signed with the private key. When a buyer requests for the registry of the land, the admin uploads the details of the buyer and the seller on the blockchain network and signs the data with his key. The buyer then pays the amount for the land. The details of payment are also added to the blockchain. The transaction details include the wallet address of the sender and the wallet address of the receiver, the transaction ID, the amount transferred, the transaction hash, and much more. In order to upload the data on the blockchain, a user needs to pay the transaction fees, which is a very small in amount. This is also known as gas fees. This amount depends on the blockchain network and the conjunction that is on the blockchain network. The miner then verifies the transaction by generating a nonce value and using some mathematical computations. The nonce value for each block is also mentioned in the transaction details. Once the details of the transaction are verified, the transaction is then added to a block, thus providing the block number and the block hash. The miner then signs the block and uploads it on the blockchain. This uploaded data is broadcasted over the blockchain network, thus each node receives the copy of a data. The buyer will then get a transaction ID or a QR code. This transaction ID can later be used to check the existence of the transaction and the validity of the transaction, thus proving the authenticity of the registered land and its owner. Thank you.